The brain is a highly sophisticated prediction machine, constantly shaping our reality based on past experiences. But what if we could use this power not just to recall the past, but to create the future? The truth is, the mind does not distinguish between a deeply imagined experience and a real one. This is where the power of visualization and emotion comes in. If you want to wake up to a better life, you must first teach your brain and body what that life feels like before it even happens. Most people rely on external circumstances to dictate how they feel. They wait for success to feel accomplished, for love to feel loved, for abundance to feel wealthy. However, this approach keeps them trapped in a cycle of waiting. The secret to transformation is flipping this process. Instead of waiting for circumstances to change before feeling different, we must first generate the feelings of our desired future. When we do this, we begin to rewire the brain and condition the body for that reality. Visualization is not just wishful thinking, it is a scientifically backed method for reshaping neural pathways. When you close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself achieving a goal, your brain fires in new ways, as if the event is already happening. The neurons involved in that experience begin to form stronger connections, reinforcing the possibility of that outcome in your subconscious mind. If practiced consistently, this process shifts the brain's focus from old, familiar patterns to new opportunities that align with your vision. But visualization alone is not enough. The true catalyst for transformation is emotion. Every thought you think sends electrical signals through the brain, but it is emotion that imprints those thoughts into your nervous system. When you visualize your future while feeling gratitude, excitement, or joy, you accelerate the process of change. The body, which is conditioned by past emotions, starts to believe that the future event is already unfolding. This creates a powerful energetic alignment between your present self and your future reality. Many people struggle with visualization because they remain emotionally attached to their past. If someone has spent years feeling unworthy, their body is addicted to that state. When they try to imagine a new future, their subconscious mind resists because it does not align with the emotions they have memorized. This is why intentional practice is essential. The more we immerse ourselves in elevated emotions, gratitude, love, inspiration, the more we weaken the grip of past conditioning. Practical application is key. Each morning, take a few minutes to close your eyes and see yourself living your ideal life. Feel the emotions as if it is happening right now. Imagine the details, where you are, who is with you, what you are doing, how it feels. Engage all your senses. When you open your eyes, carry that energy into your day. This signals to the brain that this new future is not just possible, but inevitable. By mastering visualization and emotion, you shift from reacting to life to actively creating it. Instead of being a prisoner of past experiences, you become the architect of your future. The more you practice, the more your external reality will begin to reflect the internal changes you have made. Everything in the universe operates on frequencies, including human thoughts and emotions. If we want to wake up to a better life, we must first align our energy with the life we desire. Most people believe that external success, happiness, and abundance will change how they feel. But the truth is the opposite. How we feel internally determines what we attract externally. Our emotional and energetic state serves as a magnet, drawing experiences that match our frequency. If we remain stuck in low-energy emotions such as fear, frustration, or doubt, we continue to experience circumstances that reinforce those states. To create real transformation, we must learn to raise our energy to match the reality we seek. The brain and body are deeply interconnected, and emotions play a crucial role in shaping our experience. Scientific studies show that every emotion we feel generates a specific vibrational frequency. Emotions such as love, joy, gratitude, and inspiration operate on high frequencies, while emotions like stress, fear, anger, and guilt function at lower frequencies. The challenge is that many people become trapped in a cycle of negative emotions, unknowingly programming their bodies to operate in survival mode. When we live in survival mode, we are constantly reacting to our environment. Our energy is drained by stress, worry, and self-doubt, making it difficult to attract positive outcomes. The key to raising our energy is shifting from reaction to creation. Instead of waiting for life to bring happiness, we must generate feelings of happiness within ourselves first. By doing this, we signal to the brain and body that we are already living in the reality we desire, and as a result, we begin attracting opportunities, people, and experiences that align with that frequency. One of the most effective ways to elevate energy is through gratitude. Gratitude is not just a mental exercise, it is a powerful, energetic shift. When we express genuine gratitude, we move beyond lack and scarcity, telling the universe that we already have what we need. This creates an energetic opening for more abundance to flow into our lives. Studies show that practicing gratitude rewires the brain, increases dopamine and serotonin levels, and enhances overall well-being. Breathing techniques, meditation, and movement also play a significant role in shifting energy. Deep conscious breathing calms the nervous system, reduces stress hormones, and increases oxygen flow to the brain, allowing for clearer thinking and higher awareness. Meditation helps us step out of conditioned thought patterns and tap into the energy of our future self. Movement, such as yoga or exercise, releases stagnant energy and boosts endorphins, naturally elevating our vibrational state. Raising our energy requires consistency. It is not a one-time event, but a daily practice. Each morning, we must choose the emotions we want to embody, setting an intention for the energy we will carry throughout the day. When we make a habit of operating from elevated emotions, we shift our entire state of being, aligning ourselves with the life we wish to create. By doing so, we stop chasing happiness and start radiating it, becoming a magnet for the reality we desire. Many people go through life in a constant state of survival, reacting to their environment, living in stress, and feeling trapped by their circumstances. When we operate in survival mode, our bodies are flooded with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, keeping us on high alert, always preparing for danger. This state is useful when facing immediate threats, but when it becomes a chronic way of living, it limits our ability to grow, create, and experience true fulfillment. If we want to wake up to a better life, we must shift from survival to creation mode, where we are no longer reacting to life, but consciously designing it. Survival mode keeps us trapped in the past. It is based on fear, worry, and a need for control. When we live in this state, we focus on problems rather than possibilities. The brain becomes hyper-focused on avoiding threats, leading to repetitive thought patterns of stress, frustration, or self-doubt. Over time, these thoughts and emotions become habits, conditioning the body to expect more of the same. As a result, we create the same reality over and over again, reinforcing the idea that change is difficult or impossible. Creation mode, on the other hand, is where true transformation happens. It is a state of openness, curiosity, and inspiration. When we shift into creation, we are no longer bound by our past. Instead, we focus on new possibilities and opportunities. Instead of thinking about what could go wrong, we start asking, what if things could go right? In this state, the brain releases neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, which enhance creativity, motivation, and overall well-being. One of the most effective ways to shift into creation mode is through intentional focus. Most people wake up and immediately engage in reactive behaviors, checking their phones, responding to emails, worrying about problems. Instead, we must start the day by setting clear intentions. Before doing anything, take a few moments to ask, who do I want to be today? What do I want to create? How do I want to feel? When we consciously set our energy at the beginning of the day, we take control of our state of being, rather than allowing external circumstances to dictate it. Another key element of creation mode is emotional mastery. Many people believe that their emotions are a response to their circumstances, but in reality, emotions are a choice. If we wait for things to change before we allow ourselves to feel happy, confident, or successful, we remain stuck in survival mode. The secret is to feel the emotions of our desired future now. By practicing gratitude, love, excitement, and joy every day, we tell our brain and body that our future is already unfolding, making it easier to attract the life we want. Shifting from survival to creation requires daily practice. It means choosing thoughts that empower us, setting intentions that inspire us, and embodying the emotions of our ideal life before it manifests. When we make this shift, we stop being passive participants in life and become the architects of our reality, consciously shaping our future with every thought, emotion, and action. Good morning, everyone. Today, I invite you to step beyond your past, beyond your limiting beliefs, and into a future that is waiting to be created by you. The year 2025 is not just another calendar change. It is an opportunity for transformation, a chance to wake up to a better life. But here's the truth. The future you desire will not come to you by chance. It will come to you by choice. Science has shown that our thoughts and emotions shape our reality. If you wake up each morning with the same thoughts, the same emotions, and the same routines, you will inevitably create the same future. So let me ask you, are you ready to break the cycle? Breaking the habit of the old self. Most people live their lives based on past memories, unknowingly recreating the same experiences over and over again. But if we want to step into a greater version of ourselves, we must break the habit of being our old selves. We must teach our bodies and minds a new way of being. And it starts with awareness. When you wake up tomorrow morning, don't reach for your phone, don't scroll through yesterday's worries. Take a deep breath and set an intention for who you want to become. See that version of yourself in your mind's eye. The power of energy and emotion. Neuroscience tells us that our brains do not distinguish between a real event and an imagined one. This means that when we visualize our dreams and deeply feel the emotions of that success, our bodies and minds begin to believe it's already happening. This is the secret to manifestation. So, if you desire abundance, embody the energy of gratitude. If you seek love, radiate love first. The energy you send out is the energy you attract. Shifting from survival to creation. Most people operate in survival mode, stress, fear, anxiety. But in this state, we are merely reacting to life instead of creating it. It's time to shift from survival to creation. It's time to wake up each day with a renewed sense of purpose, to tune your energy to the frequency of your dreams. Living as your future self today. The person you wish to become is not in the distant future. It is here, right now, waiting for you to step into it. The moment you stop identifying with your past and start living as your future self, you have already begun the transformation. So I leave you with this question. Who do you choose to be in 2025? Wake up. Wake up to the limitless possibilities within you. Wake up to a better life, not someday, but today. Rewiring your mindset is the foundation of transforming your life. Everything you experience, your successes, your struggles, your relationships, your health, is a direct reflection of your internal state. Most people live their lives on autopilot, thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions, and engaging in the same behaviors every single day. They wake up, check their phones, react to messages, remember past experiences, and fall into the same emotional states of worry, stress, or frustration. Over time, this repetition hardwires the brain into a predictable pattern, reinforcing the same reality day after day. If we want to create a better life, we must first change our thoughts. Neuroscience shows that every thought we think creates a biochemical reaction in our bodies, releasing hormones and neurotransmitters that reinforce our emotional states. If we constantly think thoughts of fear, stress, or limitation, our bodies become addicted to those emotions. This is why many people find it difficult to change. Their minds and bodies have been conditioned to live in the past. But the good news is that just as we have programmed ourselves into these states, we can also reprogram ourselves out of them. The first step to rewiring your mindset is becoming conscious of your thoughts. Most of our thoughts are unconscious, running like a background program in our minds. If we never take time to examine them, we continue to operate from old patterns. Start by paying attention to your internal dialogue. Are your thoughts empowering or limiting? Are you constantly telling yourself that you're not good enough, that life is hard, that success is for other people? Or are you thinking thoughts of possibility, gratitude, and abundance? Once you become aware of your thoughts, the next step is to actively choose new ones. This requires effort because the brain is wired for efficiency. It wants to follow the same neural pathways it has always followed. But when we make a conscious decision to think differently, we begin to carve out new neural pathways. Repetition is key. Just as a muscle grows stronger with consistent exercise, new thought patterns become second nature when practiced consistently. One of the most powerful tools for rewiring your mindset is visualization. When you close your eyes and imagine yourself living your ideal life, feeling the emotions, seeing the details, embodying that future version of yourself, you are training your brain to believe it is already happening. The brain doesn't know the difference between an imagined experience and a real one, so when you consistently visualize a better future, your brain starts creating the neural architecture to make it a reality. In addition to visualization, emotional alignment is crucial. You must feel the emotions of your desired future before it arrives. If you want to experience joy, gratitude, confidence, or love in your life, you must practice feeling those emotions now. This shifts your energy and sends a signal to your brain and body that you are already living in that new state. Rewiring your mindset is not just about thinking positively. It is about breaking free from the past, consciously choosing new thoughts, and embodying the energy of your future. When you do this, your external reality will begin to change in ways you never imagined. Most people wake up every day and unknowingly repeat the past. They follow the same morning routine, think the same thoughts, feel the same emotions, and react to the world in the same habitual ways. Over time, this repetition hardwires their identity into a predictable pattern, reinforcing the idea that change is difficult or even impossible. The truth is, if we live each day based on our past experiences, we are not creating a new future, we are simply reliving an old one. If we want to wake up to a better life, we must break the habit of being ourselves. The human brain is like a record of the past. Every experience, every emotional reaction, every thought we have ever had is stored in our neural circuitry. When we remember a painful event, for example, our body reacts as if it is happening all over again. This is because thoughts create emotions, and emotions send chemical signals to the body that reinforce our state of being. If someone has lived in stress, fear, or doubt for years, their body becomes addicted to those emotions, making change feel uncomfortable. To break this cycle, we must first understand that personality is not fixed. It is simply a set of patterns that can be changed. Personality is made up of how we think, how we act, and how we feel. If we want to create a new reality, we must start by changing those three elements. This means thinking new thoughts, taking new actions, and practicing new emotions, even before external circumstances change. One of the most effective ways to break the habit of being yourself is through self-awareness. Throughout the day, we must observe our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. What automatic negative thoughts arise? What triggers emotional reactions? What habits keep us stuck in the past? The moment we become aware of these patterns, we create the possibility of change. Awareness is the first step to transformation. The next step is making a conscious decision to act differently. The brain loves familiarity. It wants to return to what is known and predictable. But true change requires stepping into the unknown, doing things differently, and embracing uncertainty. This might feel uncomfortable at first because the body and mind crave what is familiar, even if it is limiting. However, when we push past this initial discomfort and repeatedly choose new behaviors, new neural pathways begin to form. Emotional mastery is another key component of transformation. Many people wait for external circumstances to improve before they allow themselves to feel happiness, love, or gratitude. But if we are always waiting for something outside of us to change before we feel better, we remain stuck in the same emotional patterns. Instead, we must practice feeling the emotions of our desired future now. When we embody these elevated emotions daily, we send a signal to the brain and body that change has already occurred. Breaking the habit of being yourself requires discipline, self-reflection, and a willingness to step beyond old patterns. But the reward is immense: a new mind, a new body, and a new reality that is no longer controlled by the past. When you break free from the old self, you step into a life of infinite possibilities. The world around us is constantly changing, yet many people resist change, clinging to familiar routines, beliefs, and emotional patterns. They want a better life, yet they continue thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions, and repeating the same habits. The truth is, transformation requires stepping into the unknown. Growth happens when we embrace discomfort, push beyond our limitations, and trust in the possibilities that exist beyond our current reality. If we want to wake up to a better life, we must be willing to expand beyond what we know. The brain is wired for predictability and efficiency. It seeks to conserve energy by following established patterns. This is why habits, whether helpful or limiting, become automatic over time. The challenge is that many of these habits were formed based on past experiences, and if we keep repeating them, we continue to recreate the same results. Breaking free from old patterns requires stepping into uncertainty, and this is where most people hesitate. The unknown feels uncomfortable because it is unfamiliar. However, it is in the unknown that all possibilities exist. Most people associate uncertainty with fear. But what if we saw it as an opportunity? What if instead of avoiding the unknown, we embraced it as the space where transformation occurs? When we step beyond what we know, we activate new neural pathways in the brain, stimulating creativity, growth, and expansion. We begin to see new possibilities and attract new experiences that were previously beyond our reach. The key is to develop a mindset that welcomes change rather than resists it. One of the most effective ways to expand beyond our limitations is to take intentional action. Thinking about change is not enough, we must embody it. This means making different choices, engaging in new experiences, and challenging old beliefs. If we want to build confidence, we must act confidently. If we want to create abundance, we must think and behave like someone who is abundant. Change is not something that happens to us, it is something we create through consistent action. Another essential component of expansion is overcoming fear. Fear is a natural response to the unknown, but it is not a signal to stop. Instead, fear can be seen as an indication that we are growing. Every time we step into unfamiliar territory, there is resistance. The mind will try to pull us back into the comfort of what is known. But when we push through that resistance, we discover new levels of strength, creativity, and potential. The most successful people in the world are not those who avoid fear, but those who move forward despite it. Growth is a lifelong process. There is always another level to reach, another lesson to learn, another possibility to explore. When we commit to continuous expansion, we stop living by limitations and start living by possibilities. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" we begin to ask, "What if this works?" This shift in mindset changes everything. When we embrace the unknown, take bold actions, and trust in the unfolding of life, we unlock the potential for extraordinary transformation. Here's a structured educational speech based on the keynotes you provided. Failed to generate. Wake up to a better life in 2025. Good morning, everyone. Today, I invite you to step beyond what you know, to expand your vision, and to wake up to a better life in 2025. The world is evolving rapidly, and with it, we are given an extraordinary opportunity to redefine ourselves, to break free from the past, and to create a future that aligns with our highest potential. But to do this, we must first understand that true transformation begins within. Everything you experience in life is a reflection of your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. Your brain is a powerful tool, and neuroscience tells us that every thought you think sends signals throughout your body, shaping your emotions and actions. Most people live on autopilot, repeating the same patterns day after day, unaware that they are reinforcing the very reality they wish to change. If we want a better life, we must first rewire our mindset. This means becoming aware of the thoughts that limit us and consciously choosing new ones that empower us. It is not enough to wish for change, we must actively create it, one thought at a time. But thinking differently is just the beginning. If we truly want to wake up to a new life, we must break the habit of being our old selves. Our personality, how we think, act, and feel, determines our personal reality. If we continue thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions, and engaging in the same behaviors, our future will be nothing more than a reflection of our past. The key to transformation is stepping beyond these patterns and embracing new ways of being. This requires self-awareness, discipline, and the courage to break free from the familiar. One of the most powerful tools for shaping our future is the combination of visualization and emotion. When you close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself achieving your goals, feeling the success, the joy, and the fulfillment, you are training your brain and body to believe that this future is already happening. The brain does not distinguish between real experiences and imagined ones, which means that through practice, we can create new neural pathways that align us with the future we desire. But visualization alone is not enough. To bring about real change, we must also embody the emotions of our desired future now. Instead of waiting for success to feel confident, we must practice confidence today. Instead of waiting for love to feel loved, we must generate that feeling within ourselves first. Beyond the mind, we must also master our energy. Every thought, every emotion carries a vibrational frequency. If we constantly live in states of fear, stress, or doubt, we attract experiences that reinforce those emotions. But when we elevate our emotional state through gratitude, joy, and inspiration, we align ourselves with greater possibilities. This is why daily practices such as meditation, deep breathing, and movement are essential. They help us shift from a reactive state to a creative one. When we take control of our energy, we take control of our future. However, none of this works unless we shift from survival to creation. Many people are stuck in survival mode, reacting to life rather than shaping it. They allow external circumstances to dictate their emotions, waiting for things to improve before they feel better. But waiting is not the solution. To truly step into a better life, we must stop reacting and start creating. Each day, we must set clear intentions, deciding who we want to be, how we want to feel, and what we want to create. When we begin our day with purpose and emotional clarity, we take charge of our reality. Lastly, we must embrace the unknown. Growth and transformation require stepping beyond what is comfortable and familiar. The most successful individuals are not those who avoid uncertainty, but those who welcome it as the space where possibilities exist. Fear is natural, but it should never be a barrier to progress. Instead of asking, what if I fail? We must ask, what if I succeed? By embracing change, taking bold actions, and trusting in our ability to adapt, we unlock the doors to extraordinary transformation. So as we move forward into 2025, let us commit to waking up, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and energetically. Let us break free from the past, rewire our minds, elevate our emotions, and step boldly into the future we desire. Because the truth is, a better life is not something we wait for, it is something we create. And it all starts today.